Welcome to the Lamine Show. Lamine Yamal became exactly what La Liga, Kylian Mbappe, and Europe in general were afraid of. And that is this. At just 18 years old, he might already be the best player in the world. Don't believe me? Take a look at this. He does things that should be impossible for someone his age.
Well then.
He humiliates defenders like they're training cones. He never hides in the big moments. He puts Barcelona and the Spanish national team on his shoulders and changes games. 6 titles at 18 years old, 2 La Liga titles, 2 Spanish Super Cups, 1 Copa del Rey. One European Championship with Spain. That's not normal. That's not hype. That's legacy starting early.
You can talk about a lot of guys that's supposed to be on the throne and whatnot. One thing that is always amazes me in football is you always think that there's no way that someone's going to be better or might be better, or look like they might be better or whatever than Ronaldo and Messi. And in my time, you're like Pelé, Maradona, or whoever. Yeah, we can put Zidane. We can put a lot of people in that you R9 or whatever. And then Lamine Yamal arrives.
His numbers are unprecedented. We are witnessing a true generational talent. At just 18, Lamine Yamal has already surpassed 100 career goal contributions, 49 goals, and 52 assists. And he's doing it at the highest level. Wearing the number 10 for Barcelona, being the main figure for Spain, no protection, no easing him in. He is the guy.
La verdad que impresionante lo que demuestra, lo que está haciendo, lo que hizo. Ya fue campeón de...
In La Liga, he has officially taken over. Against Villarreal, with Barcelona needing 3 points to stay top of the table, the academy graduate put on the magician's suit and delivered a hat-trick performance that felt historic.
Sometimes it's like I said before, so it's when you score a goal, on the second goal, it's much easier. I think also for Lamine, the situation, he's very young, okay, and also he has to improve, but he has a huge quality. We know, everyone knows that. And
3 goals, all with his left foot, clinical, composed, cold. That hat-trick pushed him up the scoring charts to 13 league goals, alongside 9 assists. He now sits third in the Pichichi race, just 10 behind Kylian Mbappe. At 18, this kid has the potential to become one of the greatest players in football history. Don't believe me? Take a look at this. We're running out of adjectives to describe what Lamine Yamal does on a football pitch.
Él va a ganar muchos títulos colectivos, individuales. Tiene 17 años o 18 y repito, es un chico con mucha margen de progresión, es un fenómeno, pero déjenle tranquilo, que yo pido porque tiene una carrera muy larga y seguramente va a ganar Liga de las Naciones muchas veces, por eso tranquilo.
The dictionary has no pages left, and the kid from Rocafonda still has 15 years of elite football ahead of him. Against Villarreal, wearing the number 10, he turned into a version of Lionel Messi. He grabbed the game by the throat, carried Barcelona on his back, and sent them into half-time 2-0 up at the Spotify Camp Nou. Then in the second half, he completed his messianic masterpiece with the third. He opened the scoring with ice in his veins. A surgical through ball from Fermin Lopez left him one-on-one with Luis Jr. Control, subtle touch with his left, tap, ball in the net, calm, precise, ruthless. 10 minutes later, just before the whistle for half-time, came the second. And this one, pure art, museum stuff. Highlight reel forever. He picked it up on the left wing, his zone, cut inside on a diagonal that screamed prime Messi, beat Sergi Cardona, shifted past Malero with a razor touch, set his body, left foot rocket into the top corner. No keeper in the world saves that. Hat-trick level aura before the hat-trick even arrived. The celebration said it all he knew. In the second half, after Pape Gueye pulled one back, there was tension in the stadium, and that's when Lamine ended it. Pedri, freshly on the pitch, delivered a pass from another planet. Yamal timed the run perfectly. One touch to set, One touch to finish. Killer instinct. 1, 2, 3. His first hat-trick with Barcelona's first team. Historic. Standing ovation at the Camp Nou before being subbed off for Rooney Bargi, Lamine Yamal, and 10 more. Get used to hearing that, because the world better get comfortable with it. He is now the second youngest player in Barcelona history to score a hat-trick, only surpassed by Paulino Alcántara, who scored 3 goals at just 15 years old. And it doesn't stop there. The last time a player his age scored a hat-trick in La Liga was almost 100 years ago. Only 2 players have achieved a hat-trick at a younger age. Jose Irarrágorri at 17 years and 337 days in 1930, and Pombo at 18 years and 200 days in 1934. Let that sink in. It has been 59 years since a player under 19 scored a hat-trick in La Liga. This is not normal. This is historic. Lamine's first hat-trick came on February 28th, 2026, at just 18 years and 230 days old. Lionel Messi's first La Liga hat-trick came on March 10th, 2007, at 19 years and 259 days old. And 2 years later, on the day of the famous 2-6 at the Bernabeu, Messi became a goal-per-game monster. History doesn't repeat itself, but sometimes it rhymes, and this wasn't a one-off explosion. Villarreal marked the 4th time in Lamine Yamal's professional career that he has scored a brace or more. Granada in February 2024, Girona in September 2024, France in June 2025, and now Villarreal in February 2026. Every season, every year, he levels up. In recent weeks, he has looked like he's in Inter mode again, decisive, fearless, unstoppable. But the biggest improvement is his finishing. He's calmer, sharper, more clinical. He's growing fast. And here's the scary part. Even the details you don't notice at first glance are elite. Against Villarreal, he had 70 touches, 3 goals, 0.85. Expected goals from 1.14, XGOT, 6 shots with 4 on target, 2 key passes, 6 successful dribbles out of 10, 29 carries with 10 progressive carries, 140.8 metres of progressive distance, and a perfect 10 rating on SofaScore. That is complete domination. These scoring numbers make Lamine Yamal an undeniable reference point in front of goal. The Catalan winger has already scored 26 goals in 95 La Liga matches, becoming the first player this century across Europe's top 5 leagues to reach 25 league goals before turning 19. And with this hat-trick, he is now Barcelona's top scorer this season, both in La Liga and across all competitions. That matches their total for the entire previous season at 21 games less. And yet some pundits were saying he was in crisis, that his level had dropped.
O Lamine no es consciente de lo que representa, de quién es y de lo que puede llegar a ser, o no es consciente porque tiene 18 años y es el líder del Barça, el líder de la selección española, o simplemente tiene ese punto de ingenuidad que no sabe quién es, o me quedo más con que él se cree que está por encima del bien y el mal. Él ahora mismo se cree el dios del fútbol. Se cree el dios del fútbol para subir a dar la mano a su majestad el rey con 2 gafas de sol, se cree el rey del mundo para decir mientras yo gane a mí no me pueden decir nada, se cree el rey del mundo para quitarle la cara a Cristiano
Creo que ese es Vinicius.
Ronaldo,
Creo que es Vinicius.
quitarle la mano a Cristiano Ronaldo cuando le está dando, oye, mira, lo siento por perder, le quita la cara y se cree el rey del mundo.
Do they really understand football? Lamine has become the absolute protagonist on the pitch, the Barcelona player with the greatest ability to decide matches this season. And thanks to him, this Barca side, which had started to lose momentum in recent weeks, has stayed top of La Liga and remains a terrifying opponent in every competition. The player himself admitted that the smile is back.
Al final era una mezcla de todo, no me encontraba bien yo mismo, más la pubalgia también, no estaba siendo feliz jugando, yo creo que se notaba. Y pues bueno, desde hace una semana o así me encuentro mucho mejor, me dan esa ganas de sonreír mientras juego que hacía tiempo que no encontraba y ahora soy feliz jugando y muy contento.
And you can see it, his happiness is back and so is his best version. Like every gifted La Masia wonder kid, Lamine Yamal was handed the heaviest cross in football, the next Messi.
It's crazy to think that a guy is 17 years old. Like 17 years old, like I made my debut, I think. It's just crazy what he's doing. Like I mean, it's just not normal. But look, it's great to see that there's a new guy coming, a new guy on the block that looks like that he might be dominating football, and I wish that for him. Let's not put him under pressure and already say that he should have the throne or whatever. It's just so amazing to watch.
Messi ha hecho su camino, yo voy a hacer el mío y el 10 viene de Ansu ahora, entonces paso de Ansu a Lamine, entonces no tiene nada que ver, yo haré lo mío, intentaré trabajar al máximo, lo daré todo y intentar poner felices a todos los culés que están ahí y a los que están en casa.
A label that has crushed careers before like Bojan Krukic.
¿Te ha dolido?
Obviamente me ha dolido porque no entendía que eso no dependía de mí. Dejó de dolerme cuando yo entendí que era algo externo y que esas presiones, etiquetas, era algo que no dependía de mí, ¿no? Y cuando yo entendí de que yo era el que me ponía mis etiquetas, que yo era el que sabía mis cualidades, mi camino, lo que yo quería hacer y dónde quería ir, eso dejó de dolerme.
And Ansu Fati.
Para que Ansu destaque este año.
Muy bueno, que lleva un año que sí, que no, pero que...
¿Pero a dónde querías que fuera?
Para mí es una de las asignaturas pendientes de Xavi, no haber recuperado...
No, estoy de acuerdo. Yo estoy de acuerdo.
Si le hubiese dedicado Xavi el 20% del tiempo y del tiempo de aquí y en el terreno de juego que le ha dedicado a Dembélé, probablemente estaríamos hablando ahora de otra situación. Y mira Dembélé dónde está.
But here's the difference. Lamine doesn't play like Messi. He doesn't try to copy him. He shows different qualities, and in many ways he's displaying an early maturity that feels even more shocking than what we saw at the same age from Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. So what makes him so special? Because for someone so young, his resume already feels mythical. Last season he led Barcelona to a domestic treble, scoring 18 goals and delivering 25 assists at just 17 years old. And then there's what he did to Real Madrid. 4 Clásicos, 4 victories. And in every single one, Lamine made a brutal impact. In La Liga at the Bernabeu, he scored. In the Spanish Super Cup final, he produced a golazo. In the Copa del Rey final, he delivered 2 assists. And in the second league meeting, he scored another stunning goal in a victory that practically sealed La Liga. And as if that wasn't enough, his thunderous strike against Espanyol mathematically secured the league title and carved his name into Barcelona history. At an age when most players are fighting just to earn minutes, Lamine Yamal was deciding championships. That's not hype, that's generational. But now let's talk about what has made this version of Lamine even more special. Because yes, last season was spectacular, but this season, this is a different Lamine. A more decisive one, a more complete one, a more dangerous one. He has fully established himself as an inverted winger, starting from the right and attacking the inside channels between the centre-back and full-back with a level of imbalance that separates him from every other winger in that profile. In one-on-one situations, his toolbox has evolved. He uses subtle body feints that shift defenders off balance. He drags the ball across his standing foot to trigger sudden changes of direction. He explodes after the first touch with the ball glued to his boot. Every movement looks natural, almost effortless, like someone who truly understands the art of dribbling. And what makes it elite is that he doesn't just create individual advantages, he creates collective superiority for the team. With the ball at his feet, his ability to receive and turn quickly makes him a privileged outlet in the first attacking phase. He alternates intelligent movements with perfectly oriented first touches that already anticipate the next action. From there, he combines seamlessly with Pedri, Fermin Lopez or Rafinha to trigger switches of play that disorganize defensive blocks, freeing space for Robert Lewandowski or Ferran Torres to attack the box at full speed. His technical mastery, paired with a sharp spatial awareness, makes him electric, versatile, and decisive. He can turn a simple control into an immediate scoring chance, and that's the real evolution. He's no longer just talented, he's controlling games. Yamal also stands out for something even more rare at his age: elite peripheral vision in the final third. He's not just a scorer, he's becoming a top-level assister. Insert his ability to anticipate defensive movements and spot the smallest gaps allows him to thread passes that most players wouldn't even see. Take his second assist against Athletic Club in La Liga. He anticipated 3 defenders closing in, absorbed contact from all of them, kept his balance, and from near midfield delivered a perfect through ball between 2 centre-backs for Ferran Torres. 4th goal of the match. For someone so young, his spatial awareness is outrageous. He knows when to slow the play down, when to draw defenders toward him, and when to release the killer pass. He tempts pressure just to break it. He manipulates defensive lines with diagonal passes that dismantle even well-structured pressing systems. This season, Levante, Girona, Real Sociedad, Alaves, and Mallorca have all been victims of his vision and technical execution. And then there's his signature weapon, the outside of the boot pass, the trivela. It's becoming his trademark. Executed with elegance and total naturalness, it allows him to unlock defences without even shaping his body. Traditionally, it's unexpected. It's impossible to read, like his first assist in that same match against Athletic, first-time trivela to Ferran Torres, perfectly weighted, giving the former Valencia forward the full advantage to score. No extra touch, no hesitation, pure instinct. Another area where he has improved massively is his finishing. His diagonal runs inside the box are now sharper, more precise, more intentional. That's how he scored against Elche, Celta, and Alaves. That instinct to appear in the right place at the right time, like his goal against Villarreal at La Ceramica, or that explosive diagonal he made for Pedri to slip him through one-on-one against Villarreal. Very similar to the run he made for Dani Olmo against Elche, attacking the gap, beating the goalkeeper in the 1v1 with composure. And then there's the technique itself. It's evolving every single match. His bicycle kick against Oviedo wasn't just flair, it was a solution, a resource to finish the play. Lamine Yamal has mastered that diagonal carry toward the left edge of the box, where he shapes his body and unleashes curling shots from outside to inside. Medium height, sometimes rising, always precise. He strikes with the inside of his left foot with surgical accuracy, like his second goal against Villarreal. Like his first La Liga goal this season against Mallorca. That inside foot contact gives the ball that outside to inside bend that turns his shots into nightmares for goalkeepers. But the real key is what happens before the shot, his pre-orientated control. He prepares his body shape before the ball even arrives, allowing him to anticipate defenders in tight pressure or in open space. Like his first goal against Villarreal at Camp Nou, even though the keeper rushed out correctly, his clean inside foot contact made the save impossible. What stands out most is the duality in his game. He is both a scorer, though he still has room to grow there, and a creator. In the final third, he naturally alternates between shooting and assisting, choosing the best option without ego. His maturity and decision-making under pressure makes him incredibly hard to neutralise. He knows when to accelerate, when to slow down, when to surprise with a switch or a cutback. That mix of technique, speed, and intelligent reading of the game defines him as elegant and lethal. He can change the script of a match with one action. And it doesn't stop there. Lamine has embraced Hansi Flick's demands: intense, high pressing, defensive recovery, collective effort. That speaks volumes about his mentality. He's becoming more complete every single day. And that, my friends, is the final touch that makes him arguably the best player in the world right now. A player who is unsustainable for defenders. A player with no ceiling, no limits.